There are people who know everything about business, everything about marketing, everything about sales, everything about productivity, everything that they need to focus on, still not succeeding big time in their business. Why? What I learned, all these things for nothing? No, you needed to learn all of these things leading up to this. You need to have the alignment piece, figure out these things. What I'm sharing with you is everything that we taught so far, but with a different distinction that clearly demonstrate for you how you could succeed. What is a vision for you to take your business to the next level? So today is week 12 of Accelerator business seminar, and so which is a final week, right? So we are on the final week, and we are looking into the big picture today. And today we are going to discuss something really powerful that could actually take your business to the next level. If you did everything that I taught you, and if you knew everything about business, everything that you need to know about business, and still things did not work for you, you're going to get an answer today. So that's my promise for you today. And I'm going to share with you something incredible. I'm going to share a gift with all of you, a unique gift that you would enjoy. And those who are attending live and those who are attending through a training, through a video, I'm going to share an interesting gift with you today. So soul model renewals. We talked about many soul models over the last 12 weeks, right? We talked about 50% of your results will come from 1% of actions. Then we said Pentagon model of your brain. You have 5 brains that are instinctively in conflict. Only 20% of the things in business goes the way you plan. The rest of them are your biggest teachers. Your self-alignment is the number one key to creating the biggest impact, finding your biggest genius in the world. One of the biggest forces in human psychology is to be consistent with how we define ourselves and our own identity. And whatever God you believe in, God's plan or universe's plan for you is far beyond your wildest dreams. Your body is a canvas and your mind is the artwork of your identity and your shadows. What you value deep decides what you remember or forget. What you remember decides your destiny. Your past stories are irrational and accurate representation of your future. You cannot manage time. You can only manage your emotions. Work only on things that you're passionate about and what you're remarkable at. Delegate everything else. Your mind is the worst productivity tool in the world. Your results are directly proportional to the extent of rejuvenation you have. Marketing is strategic empathy. People don't buy products. They buy results, benefits, and solutions. Niches are not a group of people. They are needs that are not met in a market. They are problems that needs to be solved. When you add massive value to your clients, selling becomes caring. When you're aligned, your business is a spiritual activity. Selling is transference of emotions, specifically trust, caring, and certainty. When you have these, you could transfer that. When you don't have that, self-trust, self-caring, and self-certainty, then you don't have it to give to them. You'll start there. I believe you have it right now. Human mind works in paradoxical drives. Giving selflessly is the most selfish thing you could do in your lifetime. The best way to get anything is to give. When you live a purposeful life, everything automatically falls into place, except for the 3 things that we are going to talk about today. The extent to which you can normalize your future while in awe is the extent to which you can co-manifest. Our biggest victories are inside our own minds. Every idea or business in the world was created in a human imagination first. Management is empowerment, not friendship. Hire only A or A+ players. One B player can destroy your business. Always under-promise and over-deliver, whether it is business, to your customers, or anybody. And 1 + 1 is almost never equal to 2. The power of a world-class team is exponential. If they are horrible, you will get less than 2. 1 + 1 is less than 2. Maybe 1 + 1 is less than 1 if they are B players or C players. But if they are A+ players, it's almost more than 3. Or when you have a team of people, it's exponential. So if you look at the preview for this week, we're going to discuss something fascinating about having a clear model, the 3 things that are stopping business owners to take you from taking their business to the next level. This is really important for your revenue, profit, and income. Why? Because once you know these things, everything that you know about enrollment conversation, about marketing conversation, about giving a world-class experience, all of them, it's going to come together. That's why you need to really pay close attention to everything that we are saying today. So here is a surprising fact. There are people who know everything about business, everything about marketing, everything about sales, everything about productivity, everything that they need to focus on, still not succeeding big time in their business. Why? Why is that? So there are three reasons why businesses don't work even if one has a PhD in business. You might have seen professors from Harvard, right? They might be making, I don't know, I mean, many of the professors that I know make like $80,000 or $70,000, or some of them less than that. Teachers, they make like significant less money. And I strongly believe that teachers should make a lot of money. But let's specifically talk about professors who have an MBA from Harvard, you know, an MBA from Wharton, and then they still make $80,000 teaching somewhere, or $100,000, or a very small amount in their business. And I'm not saying that 100,000 is a very small amount, but compared to what they know, whereas there are some random 19-year-old who know how to code making $20 million a month, $20 million a month probably. Why is that? What is missing in these people? And if we know the answer to this, then we crack the code. That's what we're going to talk about today. So what is at stake? What is at stake is our life. Because most of you would be reaching out your second phase of your life. You're about to reach the second phase of your life. When you reach the second phase of your life, you start to realize that life is not that long after all. You might be thinking, when you're like on your 20s and 30s, you might be thinking, I used to think, maybe this is me projecting my own belief into others, but the reality is, I thought that time was eternal. I'm going to be here forever. But the reality, when you start people like, you know, people ahead of us dying, probably one of our parent dies, and something happens, and you know, somebody becomes sick, and all of a sudden you start thinking about mortality. So this is an opportunity. This is a unique opportunity, being a planet. And I don't know what was before, what is after. If you know that, it's good for you. I haven't quite figured that out, but it's going to be a beautiful thing after and before. But the bottom line is, we are here right now, right? So you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, wherever you are. This is time to impact. If you don't figure out a way to create this business and create an impact in your life, then you could potentially look back into this life when you're 80, 90 years old. Like Jeff Bezos says, you are in your rocking chair and you're sitting, you cannot stand up probably, you barely can stand up, and you're sitting in this rocking chair and look back into your life and said, oh, I missed all these things. Or it could be, I wish I'm so happy that I did that. It is not an I wish or I should have. It is, I did this. I might have failed in 4 of the 5 things that I tried, but I still did it. I still went for it. I still figured out a way to be resourceful and go for it. I still figured out a way to help probably thousands of people to solve a problem and create a business and create a legacy for me, my children, and create an impact in this world before I left this planet. So that is your possibility. The endless possibility to create unlimited wealth in your life. It all starts with you. It starts with the 3 things that we are going to focus on today. And everything that I taught you were leading up to this. Everything that you know were leading up to this. Everything that you learned so far were leading up to this. So here are the problems. People who don't succeed in business, they don't see the full picture. They don't have a clear, full picture about where they're going in their business and where they are, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, what are they missing. And the second thing is, they don't initiate. They don't initiate, meaning they don't reach out to people. They don't figure out a way to take action. They just think, plan, and then do nothing. They move from one plan to another plan. It's like a colleague that I had, where one of the CEOs that I worked with, he asked all the senior people to write something for 5 things that you're going to accomplish every week. And his only thing in the list was, write 5 things for this week. That was his thing for this week. Next week, write 5 things for next week. That's his thing for next week. Seriously, he wrote it like he was a senior guy. He didn't care. He wanted to give up. He was multimillionaire. He wanted to quit his job and go retire. But he was just, this is what he wrote. So initiate, take action. And even when you know that 80% of the time things are not going to go in your direction, you would still initiate. You will still take action to take your business to the next level. Third thing is even more critical. Even if you do this, do first two, even if you see the full picture, even if you initiate, there are some people, things might not be working. That is a unique piece that is missing in business world world or human world for thousands of years. So we're going to cover that today. So it's pretty exciting stuff, huh? At least for me, it's very exciting. So now you might be thinking, oh, so what I learned, all these things for nothing? No, you needed to learn all of these things leading up to this. You need to have the alignment piece, figure out these things. What I'm sharing with you is everything that we taught so far, but with a different distinction that clearly demonstrate for you how you could succeed. What is a vision for you to take your business to the next level? Yeah, everything that you learned so far, it's complementary. With me, with everything, with your life, whatever you learned so far, it's leading up to these three things. So what are the steps? One, let's talk about full picture. Okay, so let's have a look at the full picture of what is happening, right? So first thing is finding your genius. What is your unique gift to the world? And that's what we have been focusing on the first 2 weeks, like finding your genius. Because oftentimes we get so much tangled in our parental, sociological, conditioned, cultural, religious or whatever experiences. And there is nothing wrong with that. It's all beautiful. But because of that, we might forget our genius. We might not know who we are even, right? That's why we focused a lot of time on finding our genius by unearthing your shadows and converting your shadows into light and everything else and finding our genius. So who do you know your genius? Because we all came to this world as genius and we don't see them. Are you starting to see your genius? If not, go back to sessions like week 1 and week 2 and go back and figure it out. Second thing, the problem. What is the problem that you're solving? What is the problem that you're solving? People pay big time for a problem that you solve, right? So your business need to solve a problem. What is the problem that you're solving? And who do you help them? Who do you help solve this problem? And what is your unique solution? Right, so that is the problem part of it. What is your unique solution? Yeah, probably you got that part too. You know the problem. So third piece, this is another piece that is missing, which is how and where people can find you. So where are these people? How do you attract them? And how do you convert them into clients, which is the next piece of the business. This is if you look at the full picture, this is the next piece of the picture. Like, do you know where your people are? And where can they find you, right? How do you attract them? That is a marketing strategy, the sales strategy. How do you get them to work with you and things like that? And then number 4 is how do you create a world-class experience for them? And most of you are amazing people, amazing business people. So I know you would create a world-class experience for these people, right? And we would there is like Enka talked about it, and then there is going to be bonus training on that too in the future in the Accelerator online program. So how do you create a world-class experience for them? And finally, how do you repeat and scale? And that is a full picture of business. If you know these 5 things, if you have these 5 things, you have a business. If you have one piece missing in this, then you don't have a business. That's the reality of it. Right, so all these weeks, like what we have been trying is to get you to find your genius, find the problem, and find the way to help you to attract them and create a world-class experience for them. And repeat and scale is something that we are going to add into some of this training soon. So this is first piece. The second piece is initiation. Initiation, taking action. No matter how this, like people from Harvard, the professor from Harvard, imaginary professor from Harvard, he knows all these things, but he doesn't do nothing. He doesn't do shit. Like he just sit down and they're like, oh, he think about philosophy, go on CNBC and talk about stuff, or CNN and go on stuff, and he doesn't do stuff. So initiation is the second thing, right? You need to have the courage to believe in yourself, to Have the hunger so that you have inspiration. If you don't have hunger, you don't have inspiration. Without inspiration, we don't initiate. We don't have inspiration, we don't initiate. We are like, okay, we could do tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and we sit around and play games and start thinking that one day, due to law of attraction, something is going to happen. Reality is, if you don't initiate, nothing is going to happen. That's a reality. So initiate, which is the second piece that is missing for people who don't succeed after knowing all these things. This, I'm showing you some probabilities. Most of you are successful already, and I'm showing you, in order for you to succeed, these are the final pieces. Check, go back. Do you have full picture? Do you have all the things in place? Second thing is, are you initiating? Even if you're doing it like walking up to people and asking them, hey, can I do business with you? Or can you do business with me? Even if you do that, that is initiation. Whatever limited, inefficient marketing strategy that you're using to reach out to people, are you reaching out to people? That is the second piece. So what are you hungry for? Find out what you're hungry for, because this life, by the time we open our eyes and close our eyes 3 times, the life is going to be gone. That's it, gone. You're 80, 90 years old, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't do anything in my life. Or, oh my gosh, I did everything in my life, and this was beautiful. I had the most beautiful experience in this planet. Which one is going to be your story? Are you going to be one of these people who would be an example for other people, so they could learn from you? Or a lesson for other people, where they'll be like, oh, don't be like this person. He tried many things and never followed through, did not take any action, did not initiate. He didn't figure out the full picture. She didn't fill the full picture. Versus, you're an example. You're like, oh, look at that aunt in your family, that cousin, the man in this family. Oh my gosh, he went for it. She went for it. She figured out a way. She was not succeeding. She tried everything. She failed at so many things. She understood that she was failing 80% of the time, but she still worked out, because the failures, the so-called failures, she converted them into lessons, and she took her business to the next level. What is your story? And I'm not going to be asking you to do what you need to be doing. The reality is, it's your choice. It's your life. You need to decide what you want to be doing. Third thing, this is really important. And this is one of the core things that the entire training that I didn't cover, I wanted to wait until last week, because I wanted to see who's committed to get to this level. So I put this in the last week. Pay attention to this. Truth is literally in the middle. So what does that mean? So what happens is, in human experiences, we play between selfishness and selflessness. The human experience is a journey between selfishness and selflessness. So when you feel like totally spiritually like selfless, why do we need business? Whether we do things or not, life is going to be same. Whether we have money or not money, it's going to be same. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, what we have, or what happened before, what is happening now, or what is happening in the future, it's all for good. So why would we bother? That is the extreme spiritual person, because it doesn't matter. In the larger scheme of life, it's all going to be same anyway. That's one side of the world. The other side of the world is a money world. Like, I got to make money. I want to make money. I want to show to these people that I can make money. I want, I want the car, the best car, the best experiences in life, the best food. I want to own houses in all the countries. And I want. Both of them are not fully right. The right answer is in the middle. Without having life energy, there is no business. Without having life energy, there is no business. Process that for a second. So if you don't have enough selfishness for you and I, for you and your customers, you and your family, you and your loved ones, you and your team, then there is no business. That is life energy. So life energy, so if you look at the color schema, remember, life energy is coming from your gut. It is the energy around your gut. You need to have that life energy in order for you to take your business to the next level. And if you go deeper, most of the people that I experience, most of the people that I attract don't have the problem of them being in red energy, which is like, money and just money and sex and, addicted to materialism. I don't have that problem somehow. In a sense, my clients don't have that problem. Okay. So most of the time they are on the other side, right? But if you're on that side, it's time for you to build a spiritual journey as well, because the truth, like I said, is literally in the middle. So you need to have enough life energy, enough love energy, and spiritual energy so that you could take business to the next level. From life energy, as you could see, energy is flowing into spiritual energy. And then from your influence, there are, like in business, we call it the V capitalism. So what it means is there are two types of capital in the world. There is money, there is human, right? Human capital and the physical capital, like as in money, resources. So money will flow, money will create life energy in you. And most of the time, if you don't have money, generally speaking, you don't have as much life energy. So the power moves, everything that we did, the power moves, the other things, the exercise, the breathing, the managing of state, everything is to create life energy in you. And if you don't have life energy, like I said, no matter what you do, you might not have as much money that you want. That's why we need to create life energy. That's why we need to do power moves. Even if some of the strong moves, body can realign to helping you make that money that you want. Oftentimes, it is not the mind that is stopping us from having the wealth. It is the body. So I'm going to tell you, listen to this again. I will say this again. Oftentimes, it's not the mind that is not ready for making the money. It's a body. Our bodies are not ready for it. Okay. If you have a question on that, I'll be happy to answer in the Q&A. But if you're able to move your body, use your body in a certain way where you could move your body in a certain way, you could release a lot of life energy in you. When you're able to create a lot of life energy in you, then you will be able to influence more people. Like you will have love energy created in you, and then spiritual energy. The bottom line is we need to have all of this. Remember, the gut has the orange color. That is the life energy. Then the heart has the green color. I mean, obviously your heart is not green color. That's not what I'm saying. But the heart, I'm representing the heart as green energy because that's the heart energy. That's the love energy, right? And in the top of the brain, you would see the red part of the top brain, the head brain, which is what attracts money, right? Money and sensuality and life experiences, right? And we need that too. And then the orange energy is the gut energy, right? That's where you would feel that life energy. The energy needs to flow through you. That's when you are able to attract more and more wealth in your life. And then we need to have influence, which is the yellow, which is the emotional. It's through interaction of emotions with other human beings that you create an influence in the world. Through that influence, you become a we capitalist, where we are selfish, not like the old model where I'm selfish just for me, but in the new model where you're selfish for you and me and our clients and everybody that interact with. I know this might be a completely new, different model for you. I'll be happy to answer any of the questions. This is something that we created. Because oftentimes people come to me and say, I'm so spiritual. I'm so spiritual, but I want to make money. And, what I have seen is they don't have life energy. They're so focused into spirituality and they are living in that plane for a long time and they don't have the life energy to build a business. And very rarely people come to me and say, I just want to make money. That's it. And there is no element of humanity in it. They might still make money actually, but the reality is, they might not be able to enjoy it because something could happen, right? Because it's not an integrated approach. The integrated approach is you have life energy, you have love energy, you have influence, and then all these energies will lead into spiritual energy. That's when the drama, that's when the actual thing happened. That's when you are able to scale your business to the next level. Unfortunately, in the world today, a lot of people are money focused just money focused. They are in the red, the Wall Street, oftentimes, it's about the money, the red, the focus is on that. But in order for you to change that culture, your goal is not to go all the way to the purple and stay in purple all the time. That's not the answer either. The answer is you need to stay in life energy and show that there is a way for us to be selfish, for you and your client, for you and your family, you and the community, and you and the world. So that is the deepest thing that I could actually teach you. If you don't know anything else, learn this. This is the deepest thing that I will be teaching in Accelerator program. Right, so hopefully that's clear. Any questions on this? Put that in the chat, and I'll be happy to. We are switching into question answers in a few seconds, but we'll be switching. As we are switching, if you have any questions, let me know. Go to the breakthrough room, breakthrough room, and discuss with each other. Energetically, where am I staying? Right? Am I staying in love? If you're staying in love and spiritual energy, you might still not have as much money. That's my opinion. That's my point of view. Just like Chris asked me to say, that's my point of view. You need to have life energy in order for you to attract and keep money. In order for you to do that, you need to do physical exercise, like move your body, allow your body and your mind to be creative and sensual, and allow your body to see beauty in the world, right? So go back to the breakthrough group. And if you feel like you are, I'm stopping sharing. But keep in mind, life energy, love energy, spiritual energy. Those are the three energies that we are looking for in a massive scale. Where are you living most of the time? And what can you do to bring in all of these three energies? Like 1 to 10, rate yourself. How aligned am I with love energy? 1 to 10. How aligned am I with life energy? 1 to 10. How aligned am I with spiritual energy? 1 to 10. And share with your partner, what are you going to do to bring the other energy into your life? Once you have 10 out of 10 energy on all of this, then all the wealth that you want, it's going to automatically show up in front of your house, as long as you initiate, as long as you have the full picture in business. In order for you to see the full picture, you need to know, like, what is your genius, right? And what is the problem that you're solving? What is the problem that you're solving? And the next thing is, how are you solving it? What is your unique way of solving it? And then how do you attract people? Where are your people? How do you find your people? Where do you find your people? And how do you attract them? And how do you convert them into customers and create a world-class experience? And if you have that, all those pieces figured out, then you need to take initiation. You need to initiate, because life is short. You need to take action. You need to take your action so that you could leave a legacy for your children, or whatever that you're hungry for, you could do that. The third thing is you need to have life energy in order for us to take the business to the next level, right? And in order for you to create life energy, you need to do a lot of power ceremonies, do other things, experience world, like go to nature, like, go for whenever you could go experience nature, connect with nature, do something where you are connected with the universe, so you have more and more life energy coming into you. So this way you could experience business in a completely different level. But if you're on the other side, which is rare, but it's completely okay. If you're on the other side, you don't have spiritual energy, it's time for you to focus on some sort of spiritual practices, some sort of meditation or something, or whatever religion that you believe in. Stay in that religion and do your spiritual ritual practice to help you and follow the values so that you could move to the next level as well. So usually, like I said, truth is literally in the middle. So that's where we want to conclude this. I'm pretty excited that each of you participated fully in this training, and then go ahead and do your assignments. Go back and listen to these trainings again. I look forward to seeing you in person, in mentoring, or in one of these calls, or when we do a live seminar for business owners anywhere in the world. Okay. Have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.